Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. OKK. We are making cassava flour today. Why? Because cassava is a gluten-free product that we need to make cassava bread. This is actually good for those who have celiac disease, who are gluten intolerant. All right, so let's get started. We start by peeling the cassava. The best tool to use is a knife. As the skin is slightly tough, be careful not to cut yourself. So we peel until we get all the brown skin off, simply because the brown skin contains cyanide, and we want to be sure to remove all of it. And that's how you prepare cassava so that it is safe for consumption. This is what it should look like after you have finished cleaning it up. After we finish cleaning up, we wash and we cut into small sizes to fit into the blender. And then we add some water to help us blend. We place it on a blender and blend until it purees. If you need to add extra water to just help complete the process, feel free. There were no actual measurements for this particular process. The water just helps make it blend easier. After we have finished blending, we pour the blended product into a straining bag or a cheesecloth. And we mix just to make sure that everything blended properly. In the cheesecloth, what you want to do is to put a bowl underneath the cheesecloth so that you can catch the water that drains out of the blended product. Be sure to get all the product because we do not want to waste any. We are going to be making two products from this particular mixture. And so every little bit counts. So the process begins by just wringing the cheesecloth just to wring out all the water or the excess water. You're probably not going to be able to just wring out the whole entire water because this can be a little bit labor intensive. If you're not able to do this by hand, the next method is to place a heavy object onto the bag of the cassava puree to drain the liquid. But we wanted to finish this process today, so that's why we're actually doing the wringing. So you have removed substantial amount of the water off of the product. The next thing is to place it a thin layer of the products on a dehydrating tray. We also wanted to show you a different method of dehydrating cassava without having to blend it. The next method is just put the slices in the dehydrating tray, just like I'm showing right here, and they will do the same. Time for dehydrating both is actually the same. There is no difference in the time. It just depends on what your preference is. I feel like in order to get the tapioca, you need to blend and puree the cassava so that you're able to get the starch out of it. So be sure to let the from the starch stand for 30 minutes so that you're able to get the starch, which is what I'm showing right here. They're usually very wet and sticky, so we have to put them in the dehydrator to be able to dry them up into powdery form. So now we go and place these in the dehydrator, and we set the temperature at 85 degrees centigrade for 15 hours. We turn it on. I literally turned this on, went and about my business all day, left it on, went to sleep. And then the next day, we came back after 15 hours and we got cassava crystals. They really don't look like flour at this point. So we still have to process it in order to get the flour that we all know and use. And so we'll remove them from the tray. You have to ensure that they are fully dry. And to ensure that, the best way to do that is to just fill and snap them. They are very dry. You can snap the ones that we actually sliced, and you can see that they just snap so easily. Just to demonstrate that, here we go. You can see how easily they snap. In order to get our final product, we'll then place all of that in a blender. Be sure not to place both the tapioca and the cassava flour together, because then at that point you've lost your tapioca part of the product. So we place them in the blender, and then we pulverize just to get them smooth. Normally the cassava flour is a little bit grainier than the tapioca. The tapioca is also much whiter than the cassava flour. So the textures are so different. All right. So then did was to weigh the products that we got, and we got 1.14 kilogram of cassava flour and 1 kilogram of tapioca flour from 3 kg. If you find value in this video, please like, share, and hit the notification button if you have subscribed. If you are new to this channel and this is your first time, please consider subscribing, like, and share. This will help us out on this channel. Thank you.